Your assignment versus your ambition. This is the last and final fifth episode for Faith and Identity Reset Detox. Ambition isn't bad, but what if our ambition isn't submitted to our purpose and our assignment? Then it just becomes striving, and striving can drain our spirit because ambition will have us chasing speed, while our assignment and purpose is asking for alignment. Ambition will have us collecting titles, while assignment is asking for integrity. Ambition will have us performing for outcomes, while our assignment is asking for obedience. So today we're detoxing the difference between our assignment and our ambition, so we can stop running fast in the wrong direction. Hey y'all, I'm Madison Samone Chase, also known as Miss Chase. I was raised by an incredible single mom who is my biggest fan and my BFF for real. My best friend forever. I'm also a certified celebrity personal trainer, fitness and wellness expert, and sports and entertainment media host. I was born in Fort Worth, raised in Dallas, built in Los Angeles. I trained at Juilliard School of American Ballet, becoming the world's only three-time ESPN Miss Fitness champion, appearing in more than 450 fitness DVDs and infomercials. The first of the 450 fitness DVDs was led by celebrity trainer Gunnar Peterson, who is known for training the Kardashian family. As a celebrity trainer myself, some of my most notable clients include Robert Pattinson of Twilight and Batman, Chris Tucker of Rush Hour, and Amber Riley of Glee. As a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet moments include chatting with Richard Branson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Tyler Perry, Justin Baldoni, Issa Rae, and Tiana Taylor, to name just a few. I share my accomplishments not out of ego, but to honor the millions of sacrifices my mom planted so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman I am still becoming. So if you're listening and or watching, pull up a digital chair, grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea, and welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8. A 15-minute micro-learning moment for macro living. And I am so overjoyed that you are here because this is where we explore and lean into life with our lived experiences, yours and mine, where we invite lots of grace in this space because we are living in some really interesting times. We chat all about spirit, mind, and body health that is ultimately our wealth in microdoses for macro living. So make sure you join me twice daily for just 15 minutes at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, because this is your 15-minute chance for your daily pause, for a cause, clarity, wellness, grace, and intentional decision making. Because how we start our day and how we end it matters. Each episode my offer to you is 3 keys and 1 question to sit with and hopefully encourage you to give yourself something practical, something grounded, and something you could carry with you. So wherever you're listening from, I want you to turn it up and tune in. And if anything you hear today pricks your heart or it lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe and share this with someone you care about. And please leave a comment so that this becomes a dialogue and not a monologue, and a 5-star rating. Now let's take a breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lean into today's episode of Cut to the Chase at 8. Let's cut the noise. Let's get clear. And let's get ready, set, and grow and go and be great. The title for today's episode is Your Assignment versus Your Ambition. And of course, I'm leaning in with my lived experiences. So let's define the terms in simple English. What is ambition? Ambition is the drive to achieve. It's the desire to build, win, grow, and expand. Ambition wants progress, and that could be a gift. But our assignment and our purpose is what we're responsible for in this season of whatever you're growing through. It's what you're calling to carry and build and steward and become with the resources, timing, and capacity you actually have right now. So let's go back over what assignment is. Our assignment is our responsibility for this season that we're in. It is what we are called to carry, what we're purposed to carry, to build and be stewards of and disciples of, and become that with the resources and timing and capacity we actually have right now. But here's where the problem can set in, because ambition can be loud and assignment can be quiet. And if you only listen to what's loud, you'll miss what's true. Which brings me to part one. Ambition wants speed. Assignment requires timing. Ambition says now, next, more, bigger, faster. Assignment asks, is this aligned? Is this the right season? Do we have capacity for this right now? Is your spirit steady and calm? And how does this feel? Does this feel like peace or does this feel like chaos? Ambition will push you into opportunities you're not prepared to sustain. Assignment will slow you down so you could build something that lasts. And sometimes if we're looking at PPT, people, places, and things, when your assignment is really lasered focused and you start to get quiet, the enemy can show up in people, places, and things. It could look like distractions. It could look like people trying to pull you into bleeding on you because they haven't dealt with the things that they need to deal with. So when was there a time you rushed and later paid for it? A time that you waited to try to protect yourself. A time you felt pressure but knew it wasn't peace. And that's kind of what I'm growing through right now. Which brings me to key number one. Ambition chases outcomes. Assignment honors timing and alignment. And our assignment would often look smaller than our ambition at first, but it can feel truer. And speaking for myself, it's interesting that probably here lately, and since I've moved back to Texas, I've had more contentious conversations and just people who I've been friendly with, and I'm learning the difference that we're not friends. And when you get that thing on the side inside of you that says that your spirit is like, I don't think this is right. Like sometimes we push past that. And that may not be our assignment. And that could be in how we handle people or how people try to handle us. Which brings me to key part number two. Ambition is often fueled by image. Assignment is rooted in identity. Ambition can be fueled by vision, but it could be fueled by insecurity. And sometimes ambition is proving that you're worthy, proving that you're healed, proving that you're successful. And that could look like buying things for show. That could look like the labels that we think are important to other people because we're trying to cover up an insecurity and not feeling safe around the people that we're supposed to feel safe with. And proving that you're not behind because you have something or you feel like you don't have something that your friends have. And that could be anything. It could be the way you physically look. It could be a college degree. It could be something as small as your teeth looking a certain way. And these are from personal experiences that I've had contentious with people over certain things. And those are 3 examples. But assignment is not about proving something. Assignment is about being faithful. And this is where discernment really matters because we can be gifted and still be off our assignment. And we could be busy and booked and still be misaligned. And we could get applause and still be drained, because sometimes that applause is really someone seeking a transactional, what can I get from you? And that's what I've experienced with several situations with people that I've known that I'm friendly with. And I'm learning there's a difference between being friendly with someone and being friends. Two completely different things. That's why I don't use the word bestie at all. In this season, I'm like, my mom's my bestie. Like, that's all I could count on. Key number 2, peace is a signal. Urgency is not always purpose. So translation, peace doesn't mean easy. Peace means that it's aligned. Urgency often means pressure. Which brings me to part number 3. Assignment requires a disciplined no. Your assignment will require you and I to say no to good things, to impressive things, to things that would make other people clap. Because your yes needs protection. Your capacity needs protection. Our health needs protection. And sometimes I think we just think, oh, health is just going to the doctor. Like, if you know that a conversation is going to get your blood pressure up because you know that the person that you're about to have a conversation with isn't set on resolving it because they've been talking about it with all of their other friends and having them weigh in. And so when they talk to you, they're amped up. That just recently happened to me. Your nervous system needs protection too. So you cannot say yes to everything and still be faithful to your assignment. And I think this is probably the part that I'm beating myself up on, because I knew I needed to say no to this invitation. But trying to be friendly when I knew that this person was not my friend, and I knew that this was not my assignment, and our season had been long up, but I still moved forward. So have you ever not listened to your gut? And so you got to give yourself grace. At least I'm giving myself grace in this season, because this seems to be a resounding theme and a recurrence when I'm dealing with similar people when I know that our season is over. And so a no, you said, that saved your peace. And that's the season that I'm in. I am in the season of no. And setting boundaries that will protect what I'm called to do and my purpose. And there have been times that I realized I'm doing too much for people when there's no reciprocity, which brings me to key number 3. A disciplined no protects your real yes. And so guarding our capacity for the places that we need to be in and the spaces that we need to be in, the people that we need to be around, is important in this season, especially what's happening in the world. So the translation is that we have the right to say no because it's stewardship. So here's a practical reset that we could try. Assignment clues list. This should take you about 10 minutes. What keeps returning to you? And what do you feel burdened to build or steward? And what do you feel peace about, even when it's hard? Key number 2, ambition audit. A quick check. Am I doing this for alignment, or am I doing this out of image because it looks good? Am I doing this for obedience, or am I doing this for applause? Key number 3, or practical reset number 3. What's one disciplined no? Now I want you to choose one thing to decline this week to protect your assignment. And one aligned yes. Do one small action that moves your real assignment forward. And our one reflection question: where am I chasing ambition for image or speed? And what would it look like to submit to my assignment in this season? What would that look like? So I want you to sit with that for the next 24 hours. And before you go, I just want to say thank you from the bottom and top of my heart. It's truly been an honor and a pleasure sharing this time with you. And thank you for continuing to give yourself grace in this space with me today. I'm genuinely thankful you chose to step into this cozy digital home with me. And before you head out, let's quickly revisit our 3 keys and 1 reflection question from today's episode. Key number 1, ambition chases outcomes. Assignment and purpose honors timing and alignment. Key number 2, peace is a signal. Urgency is not always purpose. It could be on the undergirding of chaos. Key number 3, a disciplined no protects your real yes. So guard your capacity and guard your heart and the things that are important to you. And the one question to sit with, where am I chasing ambition for image or idolatry or speed? And what would it look like to submit to my assignment and my purpose in this season? So if today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know you needed, if there's anything that I shared today that pricked your heart or lit a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe and share this with someone you care about, or leave a 5-star rating because it helps the space to grow and reach others. And before you close, I want to offer 2 gentle invitations. The first is to join a Facebook community called It's Her Circle. And if you're interested in that, the notes and the email address will be in the show notes. And if you've been listening consistently and reflecting and you want to grow and consider becoming a Cut to the Chase at 8 Champion Circle founding member, click the link in the bio. And it is a community for people who want to build and grow and help shape what this space becomes. So thank you for joining me here twice a day for our daily 15 minutes for macro living. Now let's close with 1 breath together. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. Central. I'm Madison Samone Chase, and this is Cut to the Chase at 8. Your micro dose for macro living. You are ready, set to grow and go. Let's be clear and let's be great. Blessings to you and yours until tomorrow.